Hey friend, good morning, and welcome to Wake Me Up. In this motivational wake up, we'll be talking about how you can use failure to fuel success. Even though it never really feels good to fail, the truth is that most of our growth and development as humans comes through trial and error. Now you can start this episode whether you're in bed or up and about already. It doesn't matter. But before we dive in, let's take one quick moment to pause. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just take 1 second and put everything down. Tune in to yourself, here, now. And mentally, set an intention for yourself today to carry on through the journey of life with self-compassion and self-belief, knowing that there will always be ups and downs. But you've made it through all of those twists and turns before, and you'll continue to do that going forward as well. Now let's take one deep breath together. So inhale, filling up with all of the possibilities that lie ahead today. Hold at the top, and then exhale, release. Now, if you're in bed, I recommend using this moment to roll over and make your way up and get your morning started. Feel free to go about your morning routine, making your coffee, having a stretch, taking your dog for a walk, whatever it is that you like to do with your morning. And while you do that, let's talk about the relationship between failure and success. When you think about failure, try not to get attached to the word and focus on what the true experience of it really is. Failure is actually just a matter of trial and error, and it's only failure if you stop before success happens. See, if your failed attempt is used as a tool of reference, something to be studied, looked at from different angles, and understood in new ways, then inevitably it will help you get to success. In the same way, the avoidance of failure is directly going to hold you back from your goals, because that means you're ignoring the obstacles that you need to overcome to get there. In this way, failure and success are always intertwined. The world's greatest minds, their greatest achievements, were paved with failures that aren't even talked about. We live in a world where we're so success-focused. The celebrities and famous people curate an image of perfection for us online. But behind the scenes, there's so much more real life going on. Knowing that people like Albert Einstein had so many failures before their successes can help us identify with those people and to see what they did as human and as something that's possible for us too. It was even shown in a study that when children are taught about the countless failures of the world's most brilliant minds, it's easier for them to relate to the experiences of those people, and they can understand that the road to success is paved with many failed attempts. And that's exactly how we should be looking at it, because that's the human experience. And it's no less beautiful when failure happens. Some of humanity's greatest achievements started as failures, like the discovery of penicillin, which came from a careless lab oversight, simply leaving a petri dish out for too long. So you see, we aren't inherently flawed because we fail. We're still brilliant and completely capable. We just have to trust in the process and ourselves. One of my favorite quotes on this topic is by Robert Kiyosaki in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He writes, "Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn, but have fun. Most people never win because they're more afraid of losing." I love this quote so much because it emphasizes that growth comes from your emotional experience of failure and success. You're allowed to fail and still have fun. In fact, that leads to better learning and integration. And you're much more likely to stick around to see your successes when you let the process be fun. There's a saying at the core of neuroscience: neurons that fire together, wire together. And it means that the brain pathways you repeat build stronger and stronger. So repeatedly seeing mistakes and setbacks as negatives builds those neural pathways stronger. But if you see them as part of the process, you learn to laugh at yourself and enjoy the journey, then you will be wiring your brain to find success. This will make you more comfortable when failure does happen, because you'll be used to shifting your focus back to those positive feelings. It's like training your mind to accept failure, but not stay stuck in it. And accepting failure doesn't mean settling for failure. It just means you're emotionally comfortable enough to know that failure doesn't define you or what you're capable of. It means you can sit with some uncomfortable feelings without making them bigger than they have to be. It means you are dedicated to the craft of being your best self. One of the golden lessons that failure teaches us is that the past does not determine the future. You can fail 99 times, succeed on the 100th, and those failures will never take away your success. In fact, you will enjoy that success even more because of the knowledge that you persevered to get there. When you decide that your emotional resiliency can truly carry you through anything, you harness that same power used by the world's most brilliant minds. Like everything in life, it's the way you respond to situations that defines your experience of them. So let me ask you this: what's your story around failures, around mistakes, and around setbacks? If you see failure as an obstacle, what thoughts lead into that belief? Shift your perspective and see your failure or your mistake as something to learn from, something to grow from, a stepping stone so that you can reach even higher. And never feel shame around failure. Seek to understand where that shame is coming from, because embedded in that shame is a powerful motivational tool. Whatever is causing it is a driver for you. And when you can hook onto that and unleash it, you will become unstoppable. Think of someone you know who has achieved something incredible, who struggled and failed many times before getting there. Even if it may seem like a simple achievement that not many people know about, I guarantee you it took a ton of emotional resilience. What about their attitude towards failure could you adopt? What about the way they handled it could you praise? And when you succeed, what will you want people to praise you for? The successful people who you most admire likely have the qualities that you seek to embody. So integrate those qualities into yourself, and you'll be bound to be headed in the right direction. Wherever you are in your journey of reaching your goals, know that you're just as capable of reaching them as anyone else. Now, we all have different obstacles, some much bigger than others. But the resilience and determination that live inside of you are always enough to carry you to where you want to be. Sticking with long-term goals takes patience, trust, self-compassion, and self-belief. You will face failures. You will be embarrassed. You will feel some shame. But none of those feelings will compare to the sheer joy and relief that will come when you finally reach that goal, that pinnacle moment when everything comes together. So commit yourself to these qualities. Choose to face your mistakes and your failures. Learn from them. Use them as stepping stones to reach to the next level. And watch as the road to success becomes more and more clear. My friend, the greatest dreams of your life become inevitable. when you fully realize and accept that the road to success is lined with failures. Well, that's all I've got for now. I really hope you enjoyed this episode and that it's inspired you to carry on through all of life's ups and downs. If you did enjoy it, then be sure that you subscribe or follow to wake me up on whatever platform you're using, and feel free to leave a review or a comment and let me know what you thought. I'll see you back here soon on Wake Me Up, and until then, go out and have an absolutely fantastic day.